Hello and welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And last time, remember, we were at the town center. Still looking for a cat. As well as Cat, Eve has gone missing. Mr. Claire seems really worried about her. I can't help but feel a little bit nervous going out to the town at night without the professor and all. But if it will help Isabella and Mrs. Claire, I'll push that feeling aside and go out to find Eve. We only need to talk to the knights. If we don't hurry up and find that cat, it'll get away from us. Come on, give me a break. Just how long do you intend to chase after a cat? If we don't get back to a post, the captain's gonna blow us top. Even some said a cat was a stray. Just part of the code of chivalry to rescue people and animals without distinction. But we done nothing but chase around! Jeez, what you after being on squad? Did you hear that, Maya? Those knights are talking about a cat. Yep, and I bet they're talking about you. Let's ask them. Excuse me, sir. We're looking for a black cat. We overheard you talking about a cat. We're looking for a black cat wearing a purple neck scarf. Cat, you say? That must be... Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you two the ones who gave Inquisitor Barnum such a hard time on the trial? Aha! These are the ones, alright. They were the defender. What business could you possibly have with us? Be off with you, or feel all rough? I know nothing of this cat you seek. Eh? Well, I heard you! You were talking about chasing a cat! Yeah, I heard you too! You were worried about her escaping. Even so, I don't know what... even so, I don't know what I don't know, and I can't tell what can tell. Oh, just tell us. We need to find her. You can ask as much as you'd like. But we know nothing. Son and her none. Really? You doing that shit, man? See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Puzzle 28, an evening stroll. This is worth 20 pico dots. 3 disgruntled knights claim to have seen Eve wander down by the street. Sadly, they are not very cooperative and have supplied a rather dubious set of clues. Use the map and the knight's clues to trace Eve's path through the town, starting at S and ending at the cat icon. yes, and slide the stylus and draw a path on the touchscreen below. Wish to erase the path, simply slide your stylus backwards and your path will disappear. You cannot pass the same spot more than once. When you have finished drawing your path, touch submit to see if your answer is correct. Well, okay. That's it.
Let's do it, Miss Maya.
An
Just
S.
what I'd expect from the professor's apprentice.
It's an S. Like, Cat-tastic. It looks as if he took a stroll down to the center of town. Let's follow after her. See, no, we got nothing to You worked out where Eve is, Maya. And you know where she's going, don't you? It looks like she ran off toward the town square. No! We didn't even tell you! How'd you work it out? Did you read our minds? No, the answer is impossible. Say, shouldn't you be getting back before your captain goes ballistic? Touche! We're close to finding Eve, look. Right, let's go find her before she goes running off somewhere else. Yeah. You know what? I could really get used to this whole puzzle solving thing. You know, it's like the moment I saw the answer, it just felt so right. I was right. Hey, I was right too, you know. Anyway, let's go. It's you! Hi, Inquisitor. Doctor!
The meaning of death.
If it isn't you two, is it a bit late for you to be out here strolling around? So what are you doing out here anyway? You seem a little different now. Well, aren't you quite the Inquisitor ones? I'm the Inquisitor here, remember? Anyway, I have to be on duty. On duty? To stay in line? As long as there are witches in this town, there will always be crimes with magic. I'm directing the Knight's inquiry into a certain incident involving this bell tower. A certain incident? 3 months ago, an alchemist residing not far from here was murdered. Naturally, it was at the hand of a witch. Did you say an alchemist? Not named Edward Elwood. A witch murdered an alchemist using magic? That's terrible. It was a dreadful incident, and it is the only case to remain unsolved. The only incident to remain unsolved? That's the reason we are working on it through the night. Go home to the comfort of your beds. We wouldn't want you reading a wish now, would we? I am no child, you know. That's we, Luke. We happen to be searching for a cat. The black cat called Eve. Hey, have you seen her? I've seen no sign of any cat. Not around here. Oh really? But she has to be somewhere nearby. Come on, Luke, let's look around a bit more. Yeah, what you are, Maya? Well, thank you, High Inquisitor Doctor. Being a death. Yes? What is it? Wait, that's weird. I don't remember telling you my name. There are witches in the most unlikely of places. You must remain vigilant. What do you mean by that? Hey, Maya, over here, buddy! What's the matter? Come on! Yeah. Okay, I'm coming. That's what she said.
Solved.
Working alone relentlessly at night, she appears to embrace a hate for witches. As yet I do not know why. Eve, we found you, finally! I'm so glad you're safe. Isabel would be so upset if anything happened to you. She sure would, Luke. She said that Eve's a real friend. Hopefully your boss will feel better too when we get Eve back home. I'm sure she will. Come on then, let's go back to the bakery. We have to take Eve back to the bakery. I wonder if there's anyone up this late who wants to talk to us. This late? The dog! What is wrong with you, dog? It causes he sounds a little stressed. At this rate, we're going to see a fight. Luke, can't you do something? Okay, I'll try. Now listen up, you two. I have a proposition for you. Look, Luke, I think you've done it. Well, I got them both to agree to a suggestion of mine. A suggestion? What kind of suggestion? Well, of course, glad you think so. By the way, I need your cooperation too. Me? Of course you! It's one of those puzzles that needs everyone's input.
Puzzle 29, Wagon Dragon. It's worth 25 picadots. Maya and Luke are each in charge of delivering the cargo inside a set of carts, with the help of their furry friends, of course. Move the carts through the center and to the opposite sides of the town. Touch the character icons and slide the stylus to move the carts. Okay. Touch the character icons, slide them with the stylus to drag the carts, and move the carts so that they are on opposite sides of town. So it would be like this. Right. Down. Left. Down. Right. All you have to do is that's it.
Let's do it, Miss Moyle. Just what I'd expect from the professor's apprentice.
Great, that was excellently done.
See? The four of us working together were able to solve the puzzle. You're right, Luke. That's refreshing solving a puzzle together like that. Hey, Luke, what did you just say? I suppose it won't do any harm to show a little more consideration to this feline. That's what he said. Hey, way to go, Constantine. Well, at least we seem to have relieved the tension a bit. You hear that, Eve? You've got to be nice to Constantine, too.
So with that, we finally go back.
It took us longer than I thought it would. I wonder if everyone's asleep. Let's get close to daybreak. We should eat it quietly and try not to wake anyone. Where on earth could those two have gone? After what happened earlier, did they'd know better than to go wandering out? My goodness.
It is getting bright out already. I'm starting to worry that they came across the bridge. If they don't show up soon, I suggest we all go looking for them. After a trial like that, it makes me wonder where they get their energy from. Cat.
Oh, Eve, where were you? Good morning, everyone.
What do you mean, good morning? Where have you two been this whole time?
So sorry. We didn't expect to be gone for so long.
I'd have thought you'd know better, Luke. What were you doing out there at this hour?
Sorry, Professor. We went looking for Eve.
Looking for Eve, you say?
You mean you were both concerned that Eve was missing? Oh, Spud comes home, she'll want Eve to be her to meet her, won't she? After all, Eve's like a member of the family. Oh, you did. That's very considerate of you. Thank you. But I want you to promise me that you won't go wandering around late at night like that again. It's just not safe with with all those witches out there. We promise. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry, too. I should say, it's nearly morning already. Why don't you both go and get yourselves cleaned up? I've already prepared breakfast. So jump to it. Yes, ma'am! Come to think of it, I'm so hungry I could eat one of Mary's scouts. How about you, Luke? Now that you mention it, I'm definitely ready for breakfast.
You certainly both love your food. Personally, I just like a little more sleep. Right then, let's eat breakfast and make our way to the court.
Roger, old professor. I'm sure Spell must be feeling lonely.
Oh, Mr. Wright, could you perhaps take something from the bakery? You bet. I'm sure Spell will be glad to get some of Patty's freshly baked bread.
Come on, what are you all waiting for? Breakfast is ready.
All right. We're coming. Well then, let's dig in. As it seems we are all ready to go, shall we make our way to the court? So does everyone remember how to get there? Sure, we head east from here. And it's on the other side of the forest, isn't it?
Boy, Spell must be feeling so sad and lonely. Let's get a move on. Let's go. Welcome. How about some fresh goat's milk from a freshly milked goat? I'll be if it isn't you lot. What a coincidence to you here. Hey, Miss Mary. I thought you were selling milk on the outskirts of the market. That's right, I do, but not everyone can get to the market to buy them milk jug. That's why Snowy and I sometimes set up a stall in town like this.
It must be hard having to do it right after the trial like this.
We have to deliver the milk while it's still fresh, you see. There's no way we can go taking a break. Not only that, but we hardly feel like resting. Not after all that excitement. You've never experienced a trial like that. Who would have thought that sweet flower seller Kira would turn out to be a witch? Such an innocent face too. You'd never believe she could have done it. Don't you think so, my little snowy kings? At any rate, it was a real shock seeing an execution by fire.
Truly.
Maybe so. But on the other hand, it couldn't be helped. After all, she was a witch. Anyway, in times like this, a little puzzle can help clear the air. Isn't that right, my little fluffy dumpling?
Basically saying nah. Nah, dog. Gabbing goats. This puzzle worth 50 picarots. 5 goats were put out to pasture. Each goat has its own unique color and pattern. Not only that, they each have a unique pattern to their bleeding. However, these conversation-loving goats all suddenly start talking at once, sending the conversation to complete chaos. Use the picture above to work out which goat is saying what. Also pay attention to each goat's color and pattern. let's see. How are we gonna do this? Banana goes here. Nanaba. Nanaba. Babana, speckle. Gray one saying nah. And the brown is saying Nanba.
Leave it to your friendly neighborhood spirit medium. All in a day's work for Maya Fey, Ace Assistant.
Ace Assistant. Well done. Amazing listening skills. The ghosts can now understand each other and continue on with their conversations.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel dreamy being surrounded by lovely bleeding goats?
I'll be seeing them in my dreams tonight for sure. I'll probably be counting goats instead of sheep.
They certainly do look cute, don't they?
Their cute appearance can be quite relaxing if only you block out their breathing.
That's true.
Going back here makes me remember yesterday's trial. I suppose they're being held somewhere inside the building.
Yeah, and it's up to us to get her out as soon as we can. The first thing we should do is make sure we're allowed to see her. You there! Yes, you!
Uh-oh. There's nothing like a confrontation first thing in the morning to keep you on your toes.
We're here to, to visit our client. It's not you we're interested in. It's Darkhan over there. He should come with us immediately. Sir? Me, sir? Yes, sir, you, sir. What have you done this time?
Professor, did you do something?
I wonder what it could be. Luke, do you have any idea?
Professor!
Don't play innocent with us. The order came from the storyteller himself. You have been personally summoned to the audience room to see the storyteller. Audience room? Meeting the storyteller in person is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a person. There's no one in all of Arborimpia who wouldn't be proud to meet him. That goes for us knights too, although such an honor is almost unheard of. Nevertheless, those were the orders. To have Herschel Layton make his way to the audience room. Very well, and in this audience room, the storyteller will be waiting to see me. Is that correct?
What? Why does the storyteller want to see you, Professor? Yeah, what's going on here anyway?
Would it be possible to go there after having seen Miss Cantabella?
The storyteller's orders is of the absolute highest priority. Nothing can take precedence.
But...
Not only that, but in any event, you are not permitted to see the accused.
Why would that be?
Permission to see the accused is restricted to Defender Wright and his assistant. Those are the orders.
What are you making out, Professor?
Make of it what you will. Orders are orders. Very well, let's go and meet the storyteller. That's more like it.
Professor, are you really planning on meeting with the storyteller? It might be a trap. Well, I do sense the potential for a scheme here. I'd be foolish to pass up the opportunity to meet with this town's creator. There are rather too many things that I would like to ask him.
I see.
If the professor's going, then I'm going too. After all, I'm the professor's apprentice. Be careful, Luke. I'm sure you'll be just fine, as long as you stay with the professor. I will, and please give Aspera our best. And Maya, could you give Aspera the bread from Mrs. Clare? Sure thing, Luke.
Well, if you finally finished talking, I would suggest wasting no more time. You'll find the oldest room beyond the guard post, east of the Great Archive. And Defender, you should see the accused.
Well, 'twould seem we must go our separate ways for the time being. Yeah, looks like it. Well, take care, Professor. And you, Mr. Wright, I wish you both luck.
Well, there they go. Do you think they'll be okay?
Professor Luke? I think they can take care of themselves. Anyway, we should hurry up and talk to Espella.
Right. Even though she tries to hide it, inside she must be terrified.
What if she's found guilty of being witch? What would we do then? Last night we saw with our own eyes what they do to witches.
It's not right. Any world where things like that are allowed to happen. Is it right?
Well, let's see. I've dealt with worse with Danganronpa 3 times. And for a Phoenix Wright to go this route, okay. They went dark, they can do dark. I know, Maya, but for now, we've no choice. We have to clear Espella of the charges. We need to focus on that and that alone.
The Great Witch Bazella. I wonder why they suspect Espella of being her.
I don't know. But if we're lucky, maybe she'll be able to shed some light on it.
Hey, Defender! Time for you to see the accused.
All the set, Nick.
Sure is. Let's go, Maya. Death Knell Dungeon. Child, you okay in there?
Spella!
So this is the Death Knell dungeon. It's more like solitary confinement, right?
Don't worry, I'm fine, really. I was a little surprised at how hard the bed was there.
Espella.
Oh, that's right. I have something for you here. The boss made it for you. Look, it's a special walnut bread. Try it. Pardon me, though. From me. Thank you, Maya. We'll get you home soon. Then we can all sit down and eat Patty's freshly baked bread together.
Yeah, that would be nice. We're gonna have you out of here soon, so don't you worry, Espella.
But are you sure you want to do that? What are you talking about, Isabella? You really want to continue defending me, Mr. Wright?
What? Of course I do. What made you say that?
You do both know what I've been charged with, don't you? Sure we do. They're accusing you of being Bazilla, the source of all witches here in Labyrinthia. That's right. And anyone who defends such a suspect will also come under suspicion themselves. People are likely to criticize you and make you suffer, all on my account.
That's nothing new to me. I be criticized all the time. It's all because I'm quote unquote being lazy because I don't do it. Never mind. So I don't work the same rules. I'm sorry. In order for me to operate under those rules, I had to work under a special guideline.
I can't ask you to defend me. I don't want you suffering because of me.
Listen to me, Espella. We're already suffering just seeing you here in this prison. Do you honestly think we just stand around not doing anything?
Mr. Wright. Hey, I think I get it, Espella. I bet you're just worried that Nick will slip up the way he always does. Trust me, there's nothing to worry about. The professor and Luke are on our side, too. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I wouldn't think that at all. Mr. Wright, you were just amazing. You and Mr. Layton both. It was like we were working magic together.
Oh, that settles it then, Espella. And don't worry, we're going to be there for you. We'll fight to the very end. The two of us, the professor and Luke, will all be working together on this thing. We won't let you down.
What's wrong, Espella? It's just that the only one who ever has been this good to me before is Patty. I don't know what to say.
Espella, I'm not sure how to say this, but it seems that the townsfolk are distancing themselves from you. It's as if they fear you for some reason.
Yeah, I can't believe they all think a cute girl like you could be the Great Witch.
Espella, we heard from High Inquisitor Dokolo
The meaning of death.
that there's a reason why people are so suspicious of you. If it's okay with you, we'd like you to tell us what that reason is. The reason the townsfolk suspect you, and why they're so distant.
Alright. I guess I never had the chance to explain properly. It's true that the townsfolk look at me differently. And the reason for that is because I am
a white mage.
Well, Professor, we reached the library. And a place which the storyteller's waiting for us is easy here, is it?
Indeed. According to the night, the audience room is past the guard post.
I wonder what the creator of Goblin Film wants to talk to you about, Professor.
It's too soon to assume anything. Whatever it might be, I have a few things that I would like to ask you too. We should be thankful that this opportunity has come so soon, even if it is part of some scheme.
Let's go, Professor, to the audience room.
Well, we could do that, but,
Are you two folks interested to hear a rumor?
a rumor you say? I suppose rumors can be used for a source of information. One can learn a lot about a place by simply talking to its people.
Sounds like you folks are adding some juicy gossip, alright. What kind of rumor can you tell us? That's a silly question, you understand. It's not for me to choose the rumor. You two folks have to guess what it is. What do you mean? Take a look at this. 1, 2. 1, 2. What's today's vegetable? Why, it's parsnip.
Like parsnip? Really? Puzzle 31. Animal pens. It's worth 30 picarats. Here's a popular children's puzzle that utilizes animal toys. See if you can solve it. There are 7 animal blocks. Each of them vary in shape and size. Also, each piece can be rotated 90 degrees. The goal is to get all the animal blocks put away in balloons without having them overlap. While it seems simple, it can be quite difficult. Touch the animals on the touch screen below and slide the stylus to move them across the screen. You can touch this edge of the animals and rotate them 90 degrees by sliding the stylus. Can you fit all the animals inside the rooms? Okay. Ready? Thank you. Okay, so we're going from left to right. First, it seems animals can be free. Cows, one. Okay. This is... Oh, that's what I had to do. No. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. They're not. This is not fish. This is. These are mice.
worry. Leave this one to me.
No! Really?
Professor, I did it!
Really? That was the solution? Huh. Correct. The trick is not all the rooms will be used. Some rooms also require 2 animals. Even the simplest puzzle can pose a big challenge. I never would have guessed.
You folks must have your puzzles and have solved the puzzle. What a charming thought, putting a puzzle into a turnip like that. Certainly lovely, isn't she, Professor? By the way, what about that room, huh? No more puzzles today, I'm afraid. You folks should come again another day.
So that was just a wait. Oh god, that was a waste. Don't know why I did that. So, 3 hint coins are found here. One is right here. In the bush. The second's right here. Statue on the right. And the third, which is actually the first one, is right here. The second green flag from the left. Ah, Unsolved. Herschel Layton, the Hatter?
Well, I'm not a hatter, although I certainly am Herschel Layton. I've been told my presence is requested in the audience room. I've definitely heard something about her, but it's beyond me what. With all due respect, why will the storyteller invite mere commoners to the audience room?
Aren't people normally allowed to visit?
Of course not. Both the audience room and the tower in which he resides are areas of strict surveillance. One does not simply visit the storyteller.
We're gonna use that line too?
Did you say tower?
Storyteller's tower, naturally. Don't tell me you've never heard of it. He only comes out of his tower to appear before the people in the parades. The audience room as well as storyteller comes whenever there's a parade. We, the Order of No Quarter Knights, provide his protection from this guard post.
Yes, the Order of No Quarter Pounder Knights.
We feel honored by his presence even if he doesn't speak to us. I see. Then it would seem we are extremely privileged to have been invited here. Don't let it get to your head. Wait here while I open the gate.
Come think of it, during the parade, storytellers seem to be held in high esteem by all townsfolk.
Indeed, Luke. After all, he is the author of this town story. So he is effectively like some kind of god.
And remember, we have the power to retcon whoever we do not like.
Like a god?
No! Someone tell me this isn't happening!
Seems to be some commotion over there?
He said Lloyd. He's coming back this way. He doesn't look too happy.
This is bad, really bad. What am I going to do?
What's the matter?
Well, actually, Dark Cat. The gate won't open. It's broken and I can't fix it.
So what happens now?
I wish I knew. What am I going to do? We need to do something. Can't keep the storyteller waiting. If we do, there goes my cruise and
You two to be good at finding people.
Finding people, I would say, were particularly good.
Don't sit down, they can't hear it. That's one night. He was able to fix the gates, but he's busy training with the other nights. I'd like to call him back here without disturbing the others, but they all look the same. The only way to identify him is to look for a knight with an unusually shaped sword.
Unusually shaped sword. How interesting.
Professor, doesn't that mean...
Indeed, my boy. It means we can tackle this puzzle the way we would a puzzle. So we find him.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Not standard issue. Puzzle worth 25 picarats. It's lunchtime and the knights are all eager to eat their share. They have all stabbed their swords into a massive piece of meat at the same time. One of the swords is not standard knight issue and has an oddly curved blade. Examine the blades and find the owner of the strange sword. That's one big ass piece of meat. God damn, that's sandwiches for years. Slide the stylus along the touchscreen to move the finger icon on the upper screen. The icon's appearance will change when hovering over a point of interest. Touch the touchscreen to circle a point of interest. After circling your answer, touch submit to see if you answer correctly. Oh, right here. Tiny knight in the bottom right corner.
I've already seen the answer. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Correct. The smallest knight appears to have... Oh my god, what kind of blade is that? The smallest knight appears to have the one wielding the strange sword. Oh my lord, look at that madness.
Thanks to you, Sir Hatter, I've been able to have it repaired immediately. I'm glad you were able to fix it.
Puzzle like that's a piece of cake for the professor.
As I suspected all along, there's certainly no ordinary gentleman. Sir Hatter, Ash Layton, shall henceforth be allowed to pass through this gate freely. Thank you, kind sir.
Please make your way to the storyteller as swiftly as possible. To the garrison. Yay. We are in the garrison.
Whoa! No matter where I look, there are knights everywhere.
Yes, indeed. The knights have their guard posts on this side of the gate. Given the grandness of the scale, I imagine they are living here too.
But I wonder exactly where around here we're supposed to meet the storyteller. The knights had to go to the audience room, wherever that is. If the name is grand as audience room, you think it'd be easy to notice?
Luke, can you see the long flight of stairs over there? I think we should go and take a look.
Flight of stairs? Oh, I see it!
Yeah, right there.
There's also a meeting over there. Looks rather stately. Do you think that's where the audience room is?
Indeed, my boy. However, there seems to be something going on over there. From the looks of things, I don't think we'll be able to just ignore it, stroll right by. At any rate, let's go and take a look. Because there are 3 hint coins. One is in the statue left of the stairs. On the balcony of the leftmost house. And one of haystacks. Funky looking haystacks, I can tell you what.
How many times am I gonna tell you? I ain't the suspicious guy you're after.
And you expect us to believe you just because you say so, eh? You can save us all the time and trouble here. Just admit your guilt and be done with it.
You can't be kidding me. It's false accusation. Come on. Why won't you listen to me? I'm in my face. Look, mate, look at me scared shit, but I'm telling you straight. My pals are always saying there's no one but a pure and good old kind.
Spamming when getting nowhere. I know it. Yes, sir. Put this miserable wrench into solitary confinement. Yes, sir, Captain.
Oi, what are you doing? Oh, engine, I'll tell you.
You seem to have your hands full here. That's what happened. Hey, if it isn't you two, do you mean to tell me you're the ones that the storyteller has summoned?
That's so right. So you can't go chasing us around the way you did before.
Rats. By the way, Captain, what has that man been accused of? What has he done? He's guilty of carrying out a heinous crime of assault and theft.
How many times am I gonna say it? If it weren't me, it's a false accusation. I'm totally innocent.
Silence. Who else could have done it? Could you tell me a little more about this? Well, I had a feeling you want to know. You seem to like poking your nose in other people's affairs. A series of thefts have been occurring in this town, and at the same time a suspicious figure has been sighted. Now I ask you, does this man not look suspicious to you? Clearly, it has to be him.
You got it all wrong. I heard that there was a thief in the area. That's why I teamed up with them townsfolk to keep a lookout for the blighter. And that ain't all. I even found a way to make sure every dang corner of the town was being watched. They placed us in a position where we didn't obstruct one another's line of sight. Catch my drift? This is making your God mention there ain't no way that was me. So you're saying that you watched every part of the town while at the same time avoiding overlapping each other's search? That's impossible. You committed the crimes and are lying to cover yourself.
I wonder if you're perhaps mistaken. Might just be true. For example, if they position themselves like this. Puzzle 33, Street Patrol. Okay, that's out of the way, but alright. There are reports of a thief lurking around in the town center. The townsfolk are in charge of guard duty. There are 2 conditions to their stakeout. They have a perfect view of all streets. The viewing range never overlaps. With that in mind, do you think you can place the townsfolk in their correct spots? Touch inside the characters' faces on the left of the touchscreen below to move them on the map. You can move a character already on the map using the same method. The spaces will turn red if any of the characters' fields of view overlap. Fill in all spaces while making sure to avoid overlapping. So, I'm looking at the solution and I see the following. Someone's here. That's a black space, so one's right here. I'll take care of all the women first. So there's one right here. So therefore, no one's overlapping. Everyone's covered here. So this.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
That's it.
You should expect no less from a gentleman.
This only proves one thing. Everyone is really covered. Excellent. Turns out the dubious-looking gentleman was telling the truth.
I never would have guessed such a solution existed. So you believe me now? I was telling the truth? The real culprit must still be on the loose, going around stealing stuff in broad daylight. Man, it looks like we've no choice. Let him go. We better head back to the crime scene and go over again with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, Captain!
Yeah, glad we were able to sort out that misunderstanding.
I don't know who you two are, but you are a bit too sharp to be some regular townsfolk.
Not at all, and nothing suspicious. Just a couple of regular English gentlemen.
English, eh?
So what's that, your title?
Well, whatever it may be, it's not normal to be summoned directly by the storyteller himself. It would appear you are indeed something special. The storyteller's in the audience room. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. As for the audience room, it's in the building at the top of those stairs.
That building up there, just as we thought. Thank you.
Just mind your manners when in the presence of the storyteller, you hear me? If I hear any sign of trouble, you'll regret it!
We'll be on our best behavior, so please keep your hand on your sword if you scare me.
It just goes to show how highly the knights regard the storyteller. Now then, let's move on, Luke.
Right, let's go, Professor.
To the entrance.
Oh, and there's hidden puzzles there.
Well, let's not keep the main waiting.
The storyteller should be in here, right? I'm starting to feel a little nervous. This eye is totally deserted. All I can hear is the wind.
It looks as if not even the knights are allowed to come up here.
He really is treated almost like a court. I wonder what someone like that wants to talk to us about.
Well, let us take a look here, shall we? Okay, so hint coins. Top of the leftmost spire. Top of the second spire, from the right. And the yellow symbol on the tower. It's right above it. All right. In we go.
Huh. Professor, the door won't open. Hello? Is anybody there? No reply.
It appears there's no keyhole. There's no ordinary lock mechanism.
Inviting someone to visit you only to lock them out? That's a bit rude.
Just a moment, Luke. If you look closely, you'll see there's a puzzle built in there. I believe this may be a test, Luke. A test to determine whether we qualify for an audience with the storyteller or not.
That's a bit off, isn't it? But when it comes to puzzles, we'll be glad to oblige, won't we, Professor?
Indeed, my boy. Let's show our mettle. 36. Decipher the door. This puzzle worth 40 picarats. Okay, so where is... 36 is... Where the hell is 36? Okay, here we go. Here's a panel of numbers. The numbers range between 1 and 6. Touching the buttons on the touch screen will increase and decrease the numbers. Arrange the numbers to read 3333. Do you think you can do it in only 4 turns? Touch panels on the touchscreen below to raise or lower the numbers on the upper screen. The numbers on the panel loop from 1 through 6, so all it takes is a little calculation. Okay, so just in case. The bottom is the first one. You never have to push the top. No. Redo that.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Yep.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
Indeed it was. It's like bottom, middle. Because the hint was you never would have to touch the top button. You never had to touch it. So all you do is bottom, middle, top, top. That's right. Just hitting the buttons at random until you end up at the solution can also be fun. It looks like the gate's opening. How?
We did it, Professor! That should open the door.
It would seem that we have proven ourselves worthy.
Labyrinthia's creator is waiting for us inside.
The creator of this town. I wonder what he intends to say. Are you all right, Luke? I imagine you must be a little nervous.
Me?
Yes, you, Luke.
Well, to be honest, I suppose I am. Just a little.
Use the force, Luke.
But don't worry, Professor. I can do this. Let's go. Let's meet the storyteller.
Very well. Muster your courage. We're going in.
Famicom Detective Club. Away.
Right you are, Professor.
Thus the guests find me. I bid you welcome to Labyrinthia, the town governed by stories.
Same voice actor.
I've been waiting for you, Herschel Layton. I believe I should say it is an honor, Mr. Storyteller.
You're the creator of Labyrinthia. But why did you call a professor here?
I have summoned you so that I may ask you why you are here. I beg your pardon?
What are you talking about?
In writing the story, I provide everything, and in turn, take everything away.
That is the power that we creators have.
I give each person a story, and weave the intertwining webs of fate.
I have made the Death Note.
However, it would appear that interlopers have found their way into the story.
And I did not write this shit.
The two of you. You mean to say that my presence here was not written in your story? Precisely. And so I must ask you, exactly how did you find your way into this world? In truth, we found ourselves here somewhat inadvertently. We were brought here by a book called the Historia Labyrinthia. I'm led to believe it was you who wrote that book. Surely you cannot deny it. It would appear I have found it. The source of the corruption within my story.
Corruption?
In other words, you consider our presence to be a hindrance to your story. Is that correct? Not only you. There was another man who tried to change the course of my story. Ah,
You mean Carmina Accidenti?
Carmine. So, there is a connection between him and the two of you after all.
Oops.
Your presence here is, shall I say, a slight inconvenience. The story of Labyrinthia is about to take a turn towards its grand finale.
Well, that's gonna sure as hell be a short LP, isn't it?
Grand finale? Indeed, a conclusion that requires a climax of epic proportions. The identity of the great witch Mozella is made public. She is tried in the court and finally destroyed. At last, peace will be restored to the town. The final scenario is close at hand.
The identity of the Great Witch? Do you mean...
It's true that the townsfolk look at me in a different way. And the reason for that is because I am the storyteller's daughter. You're... What?! A spirit?!
You're the storyteller's daughter?
I didn't see that coming. When I first came down into the town, everyone was friendly. Perhaps they thought that if they got to know me, things would go well for them. That was the impression I had. Sounds like the kind of thing people would probably do. But obviously not me. I wouldn't do anything like that.
No one's accusing you of anything, Maya.
But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way people hoped they would. Well, people should realize that good things don't come easy.
Oh, this is so going up on my Facebook and Twitter.
Then one day, someone just happened to bump into me in the town, and I was knocked over. Later that night, the same person was attacked by a witch and killed her by magic. And killed by her magic. I don't know whether it was just a coincidence or not, but after that, everyone's attitude towards me changed. They started saying things like, it's best to keep away from here. You'll have a bad story written about you. All because I'm the storyteller's daughter. What's the storyteller thinking?
What do you mean?
Well, he has a daughter stuck in a place like this. And if he didn't write such a bad story, she wouldn't have to suffer like this.
You have a good point there, Maya. Anyway, investigation has only just begun. Espel, if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Of course, I'd like to help in any way I can.
I've got to gather as much information as I can. I should ask about, well, the storyteller. This might be difficult for you to answer, but why are you not living with the storyteller? I mean, with your father.
I did live with him before. We lived together on the edge of town, in the storyteller's tower.
The storyteller's tower.
When I was little, he was very kind and always listened to what I had to say. But then, at some point or another, he started to become distant. If you think about it, I guess it's only natural. Because he had to write the story for every single person in the town. As it became busier and busier, I was left alone in the tower. And that's the reason I started to leave home with Eve and live in the town. I stayed with Aunt Patty and helped out at the bakery. Now you two are at the shop too. But my dad,
Is a prisoner of his own story. What's the deal with the storyteller? I can't believe he'd write a story where his own daughter is the great witch Bazella.
maybe the person will be able to find out the storyteller's true motives.
And what about Patty? Does she know anything about your past? Have you ever told her that you're the storyteller's daughter?
Yes, she knows. When the other people in town started avoiding me, Aunt Patty was the only one who stood by me that whole time. Yeah, Aunt Patty's always looking out for you. There's so much I have to thank her for. It's been 5 years since I left my dad and started living with Aunt Patty. She's always been so kind. She's been like a mother to me.
Now that you mention it, what about your real mother, Isabel?
She... Actually, I can't remember anything about her. According to my dad, she died in an accident while I was still young. And that's really all I know. He didn't tell me any more than that. See.
So that leaves us with the Great Witch. Isabel, we believe you. There's no way you can be the Great Witch Bazella.
That's right, we'll find a way to find the real Great Witch.
At the moment, we have no real leads.
Actually, to be honest, we know next to nothing about Labyrinthia. We're supposed to have been living with you for 5 years now. But that memory turned out to be completely phony.
Do you have any ideas at all, Isabella? Anything that could give us a clue? I guess it's a lot to ask.
All match-related incidents are thoroughly investigated by the Knights of the Inquisition. And if there were any clues as to the whereabouts of the Great Witch, then I believe they would have found them.
I guess you're right.
As far as I know, there's not a single incident that has remained unsolved by the Inquisitors. Wait a minute, that's not right.
What is it, Maya?
The part about there being no unsolved incidents left. What? Last night, Neil Luke ran into High Inquisitor Dark Law.
The meaning of death.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? You saw High Inquisitor Dark Law?
The meaning of death.
Yep. She said she was investigating some kind of incident with magic. She said that it took place 3 months ago. Apparently, it's the only incident that has remained unsolved.
An unsolved incident.
Oh, and now that you mention it, I remember hearing rumors about such a case.
The only magic incident in Labyrinthia to remain unsolved. Esmeralda, about that incident, could you tell us about it in more detail?
I'll have to ask you to stop right there, Defender. Visiting time's up. You're to leave immediately.
Oh, God.
No, wait, we just got to the good part! Mr. Wright, Maya, I really don't know much about that incident. But perhaps you could try asking an Inquisitor about it.
Okay, Esmeralda. Thanks for the help.
Alright, we'll see you again real soon. Keep your spells up, Espera. Thank you. Take care, both of you. Mr. Wright, Maya. I love him so much for me. I wonder if there's anything I could do for both of them in return. The Great Witch Priscilla. Until now, I haven't given it much thought. The Great Witch, the legendary fire, flames, inferno. Oh my, what is this? My head hurts.
What was that? That inferno. Were these things my memories?
This town's one and only unsolved incident.
I'm sure she said something about an alchemist who lost their life to a witch.
An alchemist was attacked? Sounds like a serious case. You got that from High Inquisitor Dark Law. The meaning of death, right?
That's right. When I was searching for you last night, I meant to tell you about it, but it totally slipped my mind.
The only unsolved incident. That's suspicious, alright. This might just be the lead that will take us to the Great Witch.
Okay, let's get to investigating. We can do this thing.
Yeah, so, I guess first we should check out the Inquisitor's home, right? We might just learn something there.
Sure, let's get going.
On the other hand, we may just welcome when you are there.
Hey, come on, Nick! Enough of the wishy-washy attitude.
I didn't even say anything.
So you know what? We did good so far. So I am going to drop a save. Like so. And when we come back, we shall continue into finding out exactly what the hell is actually going on. And perhaps put it into this round of investigation. So stay tuned, more of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright right after this.